We the top 10. UGK the major way, not play it don't stop here. Traffic lights, we going, know the time until the clock in. Bands on roll, we doing digi to the whole block clear. Yo, what you got there? Oh, did you not hear?
One, two, coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. Yo, he's never on some average shit. You know Eric, he stays loud and passionate. I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. Yo, shout the host named Thomas, cause he's never wrong. Yo, shout to John, you know that he's smart and quiet, unlike my freestyles, which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this, cause the people love me. Shouts out to PHP, the ugly. It's called ugly cause it's not professional, but I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting, I perfume the room. Yo, the segment of the show is called Doom and Gloom. That came from Thomas. Yeah, can nobody go beyond this? I get the mic and then I'm about to keep it like a promise. Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications. Okay, I can dig it, my words spray tight. They getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it, you know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly, we ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's go. Hey, shout out to y'all, peace to the whole squad, man. Hope your channel is doing real well on YouTube. Hope you guys are having fun. And it was an honor and blessing to do this little custom freestyle for y'all. Hope you enjoy. Stay up. Yeah.
Hey there, hi there, hello there. I am Eric, and this is John.
Hello.
And you are listening to, i.e., and or watching the PHP Ugly podcast. It's a podcast that focuses on the PHP Ugly, the ugly PHP programming language and its ugly community, who have some fantastic looking people in it, and our company, PHP Architect. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the stream. We are a podcast that streams every Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. And the stream itself is made better thanks to some sponsorship from honeybadger.io, as well as our fantastic supporters on Patreon. We love them all, and we'll be talking about all of them a little later. Oh, and of course, PHP Architect is a sponsor as well. Kind of pay our salaries.
How we make a living.
It is how we make a living, isn't it?
It is.
If you want to be part of the show, if you want to be part of this show, you can join us in our Discord at discord.phpugly.com. You can suggest title suggestions. You can be part of the conversation. You see it scrolling over to the side here. But more importantly, you can hang out in there all week long and enjoy a fantastic community of very strong PHP developers and people. I think that's it, John. I have nothing else to say. Show's over.
Let's go. Wrap it up.
Pretty sure I nailed it. Only took 12 years, 13 years, however long we've been doing this.
Gotta give you some new code for that. The opening, so Sarah stops complaining about the legacy code that is included in there. Sarah,
that's not legacy code. That's it's a fucking Discord bot. It's the bot I run every day. No, not every day. Every Thursday. It's not legacy code. Good God.
I think she's trying to say something about your coding.
That's probably, valid, actually, criticism. Dude, I've been coding so much lately. I've gotten on this kick. I don't know if you are familiar with a small site called Laravel News, run by another not quite as attractive Eric, but you can say he's bigger in certain communities, maybe a little. I don't know, but
Laravel News, never heard of it.
yeah, they have a bot on Telegram that all it does is it posts when they make posts to their website. And I'm like, you know what? I really want that. And so I've been doing it for PHP Architect. I think
I've noticed.
Matter of fact, I just tested just now. I need to go check. And yeah, it didn't work. Oh, it did work. It posted that the live stream is going now. And I didn't even have to do anything. That's awesome. It's not on the main Telegram one that you're subscribed to, probably. It's on my little test Telegram.
I was gonna say I don't see that one.
Yeah, let me move that over. So if you're a Telegram person, I mean, it's not a big deal, but if you're a Telegram person, we're at PHP Arch on Telegram. I'm probably gonna break it for the next couple weeks as I play around with things, but yeah, I'm gonna play around with stuff.
So is that going to be just almost like a feed of some things that are happening, or is there actually going to be conversation in there?
No conversation, just a feed. So right now I have it. So if we post new blog posts to PHP Architect, if we post blog posts to phptech.io, and now whenever we go live on YouTube, it will grab it. So yeah, I'm excited. It's coming along well. I've been trying to post more to the company's blog because I have so much bullshit to say and people have stopped listening to me. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna post it.
You don't have enough podcasts to spout it all out. So you got to write it down too.
So yeah, I was expecting to get a nasty little Slack message from you this week because I had taken one of the column that I wrote for PHP Architect some time ago about PhpStorm for Vim users. And I took that because there was some conversation on Mastodon around it. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm in charge here. I'm just going to make it a blog post. Screw them.
Why would I be upset about that?
I don't know. You're Jason J-Mac, are you in our Discord?
Or somebody impersonating J-Mac is in our Discord.
J-Mac's on X. Your Laravel people out there will know him from Shift. Fantastic guy, very friendly. We saw each other in passing in Dallas, but did not take any time to catch up, which we typically do. It didn't help that I missed half the second day. For sure, but yeah, it was good. So yeah, I've been posting more. I think I'm going to start posting more like of the tools I like to use and things that are happening in our community. I got this idea that I want to try to start highlighting PHP projects. So Nuno, who spoke at PHP Tech, released Pinkery as open source at Laracon this year. So I made a little post called PHP Projects and announced that open sourceness. And I think I'm going to try to do that because I mean, that's all I do all day long, right? Is I look at PHP stuff and I find all these cool little PHP projects and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I should write up a quick little something about it. So I think I'm going to start trying to do that because, you know, I got minutes of free time now, John. So
all of a few minutes, right?
Well, yeah. What else am I going to do with my life, right?
You can always talk to the clients some more. You're not on the phone with them enough.
I love our clients, John. I don't know who said anything else. What? No, yeah, it's been a lot. We've been working on some big things, and it just takes a lot of conversation, a lot of coordinating, and it doesn't help that. I mean, I'm not saying this in a negative thing, but our client isn't the end of the road. Our client has customers, and so there's that extra level of okay, we're trying to make everybody not make everybody happy, but make sure we're making the product that everybody needs for everybody to make money coming back upstream.
Right. But there's also that fine line of you can't please everybody. So we keep having that conversation of let's get something out the door, let people use it, and let them give us feedback so that we're building what they need, not what our client thinks their customers need.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been fun. And we talked about on the show last week why I was in Dallas. Our second day, just a lot of things happen because, again, when something goes wrong or there's a concern or there's a security issue, which was kind of what this was, there was a concern of a security issue. We take that very seriously, and it's not something that we just write up a ticket for and get back to later. It's kind of like, all right, stop the train. We're going to have to talk about this and look at it. And fortunately, it wasn't a security issue at all. But there was things that needed to be fixed that we determined that, and other things we could do to check to make sure things are being done correctly. So that was good, but yeah, it just takes so much time. Like I said, I still don't know why people were crying. I think
because we're talking. I love getting on calls with you where you start yelling at people. It's like, stop yelling at them. They pay our bills. Stop yelling.
I said yesterday on the call, and our good Frank was with me, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm putting Frank on the spot. But I'm like, okay, stop talking, stop. That's a horrible idea.
That's the one that always gets me. When you tell someone to stop talking, that's when I cringe. I'm like, don't.
I don't know why that bothers you so much. How am I going to get my point across if people don't stop talking? I have a lot to say. Okay, so it looks like they're releasing the videos. They released a couple videos from Laracon.
Okay.
So let me share my screen. I don't know why I'm not sharing a screen with you, but
you're jumping right into that, huh?
Not yet, but I can. Didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. So they have Taylor's keynote. They have these up here. Jess Archer, by the way, is going to be on PHP Roundtable next week. Jess Archer and Joey, and I forget Joey's last name. Both work for Laravel, I think, and both big with the terminal. We're going to do a roundtable on TUIs, what they are, how we got here, and basically CLI stuff, and how the terminal is not dead very much. What's this? Special announcement? What is this, John?
Perspective.
We
just had Laracon and hiring.
Okay. So I'm joking. We know what this is. Look at this. This is insane. Are you kidding me? Laravel raised $57 million, John.
$57 million.
That's crazy. Look at those blue eyes. Oh. Yeah. So, all right, let's get and dive into things. I guess I'm not going to give John an opportunity to talk about his week because I'm just.
Is that why you stopped wearing a hat? You're like, Taylor's super successful. Maybe if I stop wearing a hat and embrace the baldness, then
shave the head again. Did you notice I shaved the head, shave the face? Yeah. No. Yeah, we can talk about that in a second. Let's talk about this. What do you think this means for Laravel? Do you think this solidifies Laravel? So let's be clear. Laravel is more than the open source projects and framework that Taylor runs. Laravel is Taylor's company that has things like Forge and has things like Envoyer and all these other paid services, which, has gotten him millions of dollars in a Lambo, but apparently Lambos are expensive, John, and he needs more millions. No. it's exciting, right? Because this is something out of our PHP community that, like, the big wigs in San Francisco are like, hey, yeah, this is very relevant. And I have a feeling it's because of this. I can't read it because Fortune doesn't let you read their articles. It's not like me. It's not like some guy's going to say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to make this a blog post. No, they hide their stuff. And I haven't watched this video yet either. I don't know. Maybe he explains it, but I have a feeling it was this investment that allowed the Laravel cloud to happen. Like, I feel like that was something that Taylor was working towards. And, maybe he just needed something to get him across the finish line, or somebody got involved and said, hey, this is interesting. We want to be part of this journey. I don't know, but bottom line, guy's got a lot of money. I'm looking for a discount on my Forge moving forward. And yeah, everybody do Laravel.
Yeah, I think, I'm assuming, again, not being able to read it. Sorry, I'm trying to break into it, see if I can see it, but display
You're not doing
is
something
none.
illegal here, are you, John? No.
Oh, look. Oh, I can read it.
Share
Do
your
a little-
screen. What?
Share my screen.
How are you reading it?
So if you go into the inspector and do a display none on the modal, you can get rid of that. And
You stop it! Are
Yeah.
you serious?
yeah.
Oh, look at you. We're hacking things in real time.
Except I couldn't read it in Fortune. I'm not doing anything wrong. You're not doing a good job of protecting it behind a paywall. Just
Right,
saying.
exactly. I mean, yeah, it's
You still put the content out there. I just happen to see it. Not illegal. I consulted my attorneys before doing that. Unfortunately, I didn't read it beforehand, so I don't know. I'm assuming it's just, did Excel only buy into the cloud infrastructure part, or did they buy into Laravel, the company, and did they get a piece of all of his projects? For $57 million, I would assume they got a piece of everything.
I mean, but think about that. Yes, $57 million sounds like a lot, right? And it is a lot. Let's be clear. But it's not like they're just giving him a bag of cash. First thing, he has deliverables, I'm sure, but it's $57 million to run a company, which Laravel exploded this year. It's one of the things they talked about. And I'm sure, again, exploded because of this, but I think they're up to like 20 or 30 employees now, so if you're paying them decent salaries, that's going to start eat away at that $57 million. That's not $57 million a year. It's $57 million to get you up and running. You better start turning a profit, and we want to get that money back.
Just glancing at the article, the thing that jumps out at me, he's 6'3". He drives a Lambo, and there's this vibe of, man, Taylor's so freaking cool, said Aaron Francis, a developer and educator who's been involved with Laravel's community for several years.
I will say, I've always said that I feel like I'm a pretty honest critique of Laravel. I love Laravel. I use Laravel, been a fan of Laravel for a very long time. But, when something comes off weird or janky or isn't really good, I don't mind saying it. I'm going to say there was definitely some culty vibes at Laracon this year. Like, I don't remember the particulars, but there was somebody on stage talking about, how, we just have to trust with Laravel and move forward. And I'm like, chill out. There's very culty, and I felt for a long time that this is not by accident. Laravel very much took inspiration from Apple and the announcements and the one more thing and the showmanship of it. Mm-hmm. And I definitely get that Apple vibe where like Laravel Cloud could be a complete turd, and there's going to be a strong part of the Laravel people who use Laravel say, "Oh, it's the best thing. Like I
Right.
couldn't do it without it." And it's like, yeah, you actually could do it without it if you knew what you were doing, and the fact that you think you can't terrifies me. I that is one of my biggest concerns with Laravel. Is like, are we on the same trajectory as what I considered WordPress to be on, where it was like this fantastic project, the barrier of entry became super easy to get into, and then it just got so like, what? Like, this is such a bad idea now.
Yeah, I think the difference being WordPress got stuck on PHP 4. Like they got stuck with the everything has to be backwards compatible. And Taylor does seem to be making Laravel a constant moving platform,
Very
staying up
true.
to date,
Yeah, very true.
wanting to stay relevant, adding features. Yeah, it doesn't have the same vibe that I got from Zen when you went from Zen 1 to Zen 2. It was hard.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but then again, so was Laravel 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. Like the early versions of Laravel were really hard to upgrade, hence Laravel Shift. I think it's gotten better. I don't do a lot of Laravel myself. I don't do Laravel upgrades. So from listening to you, it sounds like it's gotten better over the years.
Most definitely have. Yeah. So, all right, that's it. Laravel, they got plenty of money. You got a lot of people they're paying to work on Laravel properties now.
That 57 million, if they're not, I mean, obviously they have income from a lot of their properties already, but 57 million can go quick when you start hiring and paying people.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, we know what that's like. PHP architect employees
And contractors.
Speaking of upgrades, see you're wearing an upgrade, John.
I am.
Look at that.
Finally got the hats in that we ordered for you to take to Laracon.
Just in time not to take them. That's awesome. I know. I need to get mine.
Yeah. We would love feedback if you're in, especially in Discord, because that's where we will see it later on. If you have any feedback on design, if you have ideas comparing the old design to the new
I'm
design.
most curious if what people think of the circle. Like we can do that circle version, basically that version with the elephant.
Right.
We just decided not to, and then I guess John and I were drunk when we ordered it and did not get black, which I'm not hating on that. I do actually like that color, but like we talked about, there are certain features of the hat now that stand out a lot more than what was on the black.
Did all lowercase instead of all uppercase like we did last time.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. You're right. Yeah.
I think this is just what's part of the logo. I think that's how it is on the site.
That is the logo. Yeah, that's the official logo with it going from end to end of the A. Yeah, shoot. Oh.
It actually goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I screwed that up.
We'll probably we're gonna try to get some, maybe make them available somewhere if anybody wants them. I mean, it's, not like people are knocking down our door saying, "Hey, I want a hat," but maybe we'll make it a Patreon support level. Yeah. So you asked about I usually always wear hats, right? I mean, I got hats coming out the yin here. So I'm not wearing a hat, and I'm all shaven from the top. And it's not for any glamorous reason. I'm not going to do a photo shoot for Forbes. Too many words there.
Or Fortune.
Was it Fortune? I'm sure it'd be Forbes soon enough. Yeah. I have it's a little more embarrassing than I have a bad skin condition, and you've probably seen me on shows where like all this looks red and like inflamed and mad, and it's like that. But like when it gets into the beard and into the hair, it really gets bad. Like it's horrible, and it's not. As a kid growing up in the 70s and 80s. Everybody was like, "Oh, you got dandruff. You got dandruff," and of course, that's what I thought it was. I'm like, I got dandruff, and I tried everything as a child to control my dandruff. I showered like every day, It didn't matter. And, eventually went to a dermatologist. Like, it's not dandruff. You have a skin condition. It's bacteria that gets in there. And I have like this medicine I rub on my face. And I have medicated shampoo. But occasionally it just overtakes my head. And the only way for me to control it is just to shave everything off. And then my skin can like breathe and it seems happy. It's embarrassing. But
so you shared it with our tens of viewers.
But the multitudes of ears out there. You say tens of viewers, John. I say 20s of ears. It seems like a bigger number.
You said dandruff, which reminds me when I was managing a team back in the early 2000s, there was a guy on our team that seemed to have really bad dandruff, and other people kept telling me I needed to talk to him. You need to talk to him. So I finally did, and then I felt so bad. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick about it. It's just like, do you know? Like,
yeah, probably they probably know, John. You were a dick about it. No.
Always, I always am. Because,
well, you know what we're not dicks about, John?
What is that?
Our sponsor, who we appreciate very much, and our clients, who we use our sponsor to make sure the applications stay up and running fantastically.
Splunk like querying without having to sell my kidneys? Nice. That's a direct quote from someone who just saw Honeybadger Insights, the new observability tool from the folks at honeybadger.io. Insights is a fresh approach to logging, performance monitoring, and observability. It's a bit like Splunk, Datadog, or CloudWatch logs, but with just the good parts and a reasonable price tag. Honeybadger helps you gain deeper visibility into what's happening inside your applications, letting you drill down into the details and step back to see patterns in your data. You'll love how easy it is to query your logs and events and create quick charts and dashboards. The best part is that it's available on Honeybadger's free tier as part of their comprehensive monitoring suite, which includes error tracking, uptime monitoring, status pages, and more. Get started for free, then pay as you grow, or choose a 30-day free trial to unlock the full power of Honeybadger right away. To get started, visit honeybadger.io/plans. That's honeybadger.io/plans. Thank you, Honeybadger.
You really should make another version of that commercial, John.
It's funny because I gave you, 6 or 7 of them?
They were all so bad I could only find one. Hey, in our Discord, you can suggest titles for the show, but you have some pretty tough competition. A-Woods is probably our champ, our reigning champ of titles. But I got to be honest, Sarah Goldman has really kind of cranked up the title suggestions. I think I've used Sarah's title suggestions the last 2 weeks and feeling like she's going to have a three-peat this week with PHP Heads and Shoulders. So if you want to try to knock Sarah off her throne, get in there, bang title in what you think we should call this show. And that's just our slick way of just not doing work and having everybody else crowdsource it.
There you go. Allie over on LinkedIn, thank you for watching on LinkedIn. We just started posting there. Using dynamic SMTP credentials, it is very difficult to send emails in Laravel. Are there any alternatives or solutions? That's because Laravel has a very nice and easy way to send emails, but if you just use what used to be Swift Mailer, it is now a Symfony component. What's it called? Symfony Mailer?
Probably.
I forget. Yeah, I think it's just Symfony Mailer. I will actually include that in the show notes.
I've been trying
to
just watch
use that, and you can just use that for dynamic SMTP credentials. It's easy.
Why would you use dynamic SMTP credentials, John?
So I use it with one of our clients where, as a user that wants to send email, you want it to come from your domain, your server, for whatever reason. So you tell us your server, your username, your password, or in the case of Google, we integrate with the Google API. So you do an OAuth dance and you come back and we now have an API to send email as you, so that you can get past SPF or not worry about mail going to spam because it's coming from my server, not your server, that type of thing.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. It's funny, I don't think about that stuff sometimes.
Yeah, usually when your application is sending out mail as the application, you only have one set of credentials. In that case, Laravel's, put it in the config file and you're done. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were trying to add the show note to the board. But like in Discord, I looked at Discord during our commercial here. What's changed? Like, our links have never been that huge font. Like, what's happening here? Do you see how big it is? Like, it hasn't always been like that, right?
No, they all came in that way.
Yeah, today they're all coming in like that. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? I'm gonna have to go look at that code after. It's that damn legacy code that from 6 months ago.
I have no clue. We want our show notes to stand out. The links in Discord to stand out, so you can't miss them.
So Shutter on YouTube says, thought Eric was doing a naked stream, confusing T-shirt.
Your shirt is kind of light.
So this is from our boy Harry Mack. This is Harry Mack's new T-shirt. And it's a long sleeve T-shirt, which as a big guy and as a
how
tall
are you wearing
guy,
long sleeve? We're in a heat wave.
It's air conditioning's cold, John.
Oh, you got it fixed?
Yeah, I got it fixed. You better believe it. And the funny thing is, we talked about it. I don't have air conditioning in my office, so I have a fan that sits out in the hallway. I crank the air conditioning down to frost, so it's basically snowing out there, and it pulls in enough cold air to keep the office nice and cool. Yeah, I got it fixed, John.
Nice. Ralak is asking, do you always need an ORM, or can they sometimes get in the way? And the easy answer is, it depends. No, you don't need an ORM at all. But
why wouldn't you?
So it depends on what you're doing, honestly. I love raw SQL for the most part, especially in doing queries, selecting data, where I'm not as worried about SQL injection. I can get more complicated a little easier than trying to go through an ORM. But ORMs do offer you so much protection to a point. You can still do things incorrectly, but just protecting yourself from SQL injection attacks is a big one. It does offer a lot of other benefits with mapping to an object for you already versus you having to select the data you want and then somehow create new objects for them. But I keep thinking back to the event sourcing version of it, where if I had my events going to a specific table and then did the CQRS properly, where I have one service that is doing my selects and one service that's doing my writes, I don't know. Doesn't always have to be an ORM.
I can't get my head around not using it anymore.
I don't think I would not use one, but they're not necessary. It depends on what you're writing to.
Yeah, there's always that framework. I forgot the name of it. The one that we used to, the guy who hates us. That is over. What's that framework called?
Oh,
I can't remember it. God, don't say it. Never mind. Don't say it. It's out of my head. I don't need it in there anymore. Jesus.
It's the town in England, not England. Whatever.
Something Gate, right?
Trongate.
Oh, damn it. There it is. Oh.
Now it's stuck in there again for a while.
Sure, he doesn't use ORM because of.
Don't go
reasons.
Look it up. Don't use.
Don't look at Trongate.
Not use it.
Oh, look at there goes. Thanks. Yeah, I needed that back in my head. Wonderful. Oh. Man, John, I forgot to mention the reason another reason why I started doing the Telegram thing that I talked about earlier in the show. First thing, I've really started taking a Telegram again. I don't know why. I got a lot of people now on Telegram that I communicate with, and that's how I communicate with them.
You don't
But
communicate with me that way.
are you on Telegram? You're like an Apple person now.
I use Telegram every day.
No, you don't.
I swear.
I don't even think I have you on my Telegram.
I use it. That's how I check up on all my paragliding stuff. So, you know, I communicate with people about that. I'm in like 4 different channels.
I straight up flying. Don't even have you on my Telegram. Oh wait, there you are. What is this? Oh yeah, I've actually sent a welcome to Telegram message to you back in 2022, March of 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the reason I started doing this, you posted to the PHP Tech conference website a blog post, and I'm like, what the hell? That was awesome, man. So John posted, we were talking about Laravel earlier. John posted a great article. He didn't create a feature image, which is one of the cool things. If you refresh this, different feature image. I got like a bunch of feature images that will just generate because I need something there. Right. But John did a great blog post on you're not just a Laravel developer, which is something I tried to tell, like something I want to bring home because Laravel is bringing so many people into the PHP world. It's like, hey, there's a whole nother level of this language. So great, learn Laravel, get productive with Laravel, make great things with Laravel, but understand the power that's, you know, wrapped around Laravel, PHP.
Exactly.
And I'm trying this article.
I mean, at the same time, I'm trying to get people to want to come to PHP Tech, right? That's part of it.
Well, yeah, there's that angle, I guess, as well.
You go to Laracon, you're going to learn Laravel things. You're not going to learn generic PHP how-tos like Symphony Mailer. You know, you're not going to learn about that at Laracon because they're going to teach you how to send mail the Laravel way. When you want to grow beyond Laravel or do things not just the way they do it, you need more resources. Join the PHP community at large, which is fantastic. Almost everybody in our Discord channel is, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of them feel like they are PHP developers or part of the PHP community, not just the Laravel community. You can be part of both. You're welcome to, as a Laravel developer, if that's all you ever care about, you're more than welcome to still come out, hang out with us, learn new things, have a fantastic time. Yeah. Speaking of PHP Tech, our call for speakers is open.
Is it, John?
You come over here, click on speakers. Oh, you also have a whole blog post around it.
Look how pretty the feature image is.
And I'm excited. We've already got quite a few submissions. So
see, I have a tradition. Like I don't even look at the number of submissions. The year we had Wave, I like hovered over the number, and I kept like, oh god, we need. Oh, somebody else submitted, you know. Yeah. And here at Tech, I think I looked at it a lot for the first Tech last year. I don't think I looked at the number of submissions until it was time to start reading them. That's probably a lie. I'm almost certain it is, but I don't look. So I don't even.
You didn't hover. You didn't stress about it.
Yeah. Do we have over a dozen?
Over 2 dozen.
Oh, nice.
I was not stressed about it, but we opened it. You know, I was excited when we got our first. You know, then I waited a few days, went back, saw we had more. So the word is getting out there. I just wanted to make sure we were doing our job, getting information out there. People were actually doing it. You know, in a month or so before the call for speakers closes, I will start hitting up people directly, being like, "Come on, what's going on? You haven't submitted yet."
Yeah, they're definitely.
Let me hold your hand.
People like I need to see something from you. I've already been like hitting like TJ up. JMac is another one. I think JMac's on board to talk again.
Speaking of TJ, can I just say what an awesome guy he is to begin with. And
One of the
then
best, without doubt.
he started live streaming. He's working on his Sparkle package and started live streaming on our PHP Architect YouTube channel. And that guy makes me never want to live stream again.
Right?
He's so good. I love his calm voice. It's so soothing to listen to.
Oh my God.
It's so amazing. It's like,
it's not only that. First thing, he's meant to do this. I mean, just listen to this guy.
I'm preferential to Anthropic and the Claude series of models, and this is an opinionated.
Are you kidding me? But his coding as well. Like, he's so smooth with his coding. I mean, I'm sitting here, this one line, this one function would probably take me 15 minutes if I live streamed it, because I would be messing crap up constantly. But yeah, he is absolutely. There's certain people.
We have this prevents stray requests. I'm gonna pull that
using
out
them
of our before for now.
Just raw dogging it on them and NeoVim actually. He's got this little sparkle thing here on the side. I don't actually know what that is.
Just put that in this test.
Oh, that must be
change
his Git
slides.
changes. Yeah. Oh, come on, TJ, you're making us all look bad. You're making us all look bad, TJ. God damn. Yeah, this guy's great. One of the best people in the community.
He introduced me to something new in his live stream. Have you ever heard of the Buggerator?
No, what's a Buggerator?
Buggerator.dev. Link in the show notes. It's another way to debug your applications instead of using Xdebug. It's just another another tool in your toolbox.
Whoa. Slow down there. It doesn't use Xdebug at all? It's like
I don't know. That I don't know. I've not gone and done a whole lot of research on it yet. I just saw it. I'm like, oh, that's something I didn't know about. Let me share it with the rest of you out there.
It works with Laravel, works with Symfony. Those are my two big heavy hitters. What is Spiral? Do we know what Spiral is? And what is happening when I click on this? What's happening? Does that happen in all of them? Oh, that's cute. I don't know what the Spiral framework is.
I have no clue.
We can look at that in a second. Okay, John. This is looking kind of cool. Wait. This is the spotty Ray package support. Oh, support. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, just go back and watch the live stream. It's still there. You can check it out. And he kind of goes through it. It's
really?
Yeah. You spin up a local server, I think. I'm assuming it's via Docker. And yeah.
So I had a friend. We had a friend actually, who was very big on the debugger being a separate application. Mm-hmm. I remember thinking to myself at the time, I was like, well, why would you do that? And now I'm curious again. I'm trying to find where he does it here. Okay, I'll have to go back and find it.
Yeah, I think it was later in the first episode. I think this was the first one that I shared. But
this is actually today's. Yeah.
This is today's. It was in yesterday's.
Yeah.
Near the end of yesterday, he was doing it.
It has a video with it as well. I'll have to check this out. Where is this at? Watching YouTube. Yeah. Okay, enough with the emojis, all right?
They're flying out all over the place.
Welcome to Buggregator, your next level solution for debugging PHP applications with ease and efficiency.
Don't tell me what to do.
Buggregator,
you're not my real dad.
Debugging should be straightforward and accessible.
Okay.
Not a sponsor. Wait, I even have one. Here, not
a paid program. Not a paid promotion.
Not a paid promotion. Buggregator, sponsor PHP Ugly.
Is this not an open source? Is this not open source? It's
that I don't know. Maybe it is.
Repo. There's a repo.
Yep, must be. Maybe it is.
It is, John. There's a license right here that says BSD4. So there.
Well,
you
then
don't
we'll
need to be a
promote.
sponsor.
Then we'll promote it. We'll have to check it out more.
If you're wondering why TJ is streaming on PHP Architect, it's just because I love his stream. He's just starting his YouTube channel again, and I'm like, hey, if you want to, he's using Restream currently, and I'm like, we're using Restream. There's this feature where you guys can do these crossovers. So I'm like, if you want to stream. But yeah, if you want to make sure you don't miss any episodes, because I'm not sure how long he's going to do it. I think he's talking about using other. Oh shit, he's in our Discord. Hey TJ. I think he's talking about using other services, so I'm not guaranteeing we'll always have a stream. So if you want to make sure you don't miss his streams, and you really don't want to miss his streams, if you're into AI, Laravel, PHP, Vim, that's all part of what he does. Make sure you subscribe to his channel specifically. You can subscribe to our channel. I'm not saying don't subscribe to PHP Architect, but for TJ's content, make sure you subscribe to his so it's always there.
Here, I'll put it in the show notes so you have access to it. Whoop. There you go. Follow TJ.
Yeah, cool, man.
I'm subscribing to him now, by the way.
What are you doing to me, Sarah? Does this translate? Oh, hey, fantastic. That comes up too. Yeah, just everything. I can't. Is that supposed to say something? Am I supposed to decode that? Because I can't do it. I can't do it, Sarah.
I'm gonna say no. Oh. I don't even know where you saw that at.
It's in our chat.
Oh, yeah. It's just already scrolled off the screen. She's making fun of the site that was throwing emojis all over the place. The Buggergator.
John, we never talked about your week, and I feel bad. And the show's almost over, and we haven't gotten to our Patreon people. Let's do our Patreon. And why don't you tell us about your week?
My week. Well, I mean, it was the holiday here in the U.S. on Monday, which was nice. Got to go to a Padres game.
Who are they playing?
They were playing the Tigers.
They're in the running. They're like the top runner for the wild card spot, right? I'm pretty sure.
I love how the kite's not connected to the string.
You weren't supposed to notice that, John. Thanks for calling out all my little glitches. I didn't see it until I downloaded it and installed it. I'm like, I'm not doing all that again. Nobody's going to notice unless John says something. Damn it. John.
We're in the eye of the hurricane, huh?
I guess hurricanes are a September thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I only
in Florida
I
they
know
are.
The facts of the world based on Canva. Or are they? How many have you lived through, John?
Lots. I told you about the one that put a big old tree on my house.
Oh yeah, I do think you did tell me about that.
Yeah. Luckily, it didn't crash through the roof. It just leaned against the house, and we had to cut it down. That sucked.
You're talking about the Padres.
Yeah, the Padres. They're in the running for the playoffs.
I've got to say, NL West, look at this lineup. Like, seriously, I mean, the Rockies, whatever. But you got the Dodgers, you got the Padres, you got the Diamondbacks, and you got the Giants. Like, the Giants are in fourth place. The Giants. I love baseball. Look at all these divisions. Freaking Pirates, Mariners. But my Orioles, where are my Orioles? They're in first place, right? Look at that, Baltimore. Look at that. Oh, didn't need to click on it. Baltimore. Hey, do they have the best record? No, the Phillies have a better record than in the Dodgers. I didn't go to a Dodgers game this year. I've never been to an Angels game, which is just down the street from the Dodgers, but I did go to a couple Padres games.
Brewers are tied with them, huh? 81 wins.
Yes, yeah. But that's a whole different division.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was Monday. I was telling you that I was going to save it for the show. I forgot what I was going to tell you specifically. I have to leave after the show because I joined a bowling league. I haven't been on a bowling league in 14 years now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Cool. What made you do that?
There was a few families that went, got all the kids together. We're like, let's go bowling. And it turned out me and the two other guys all used to bowl or still bowl okay. And we all got excited. Like, we should do a bowling league together. And now we're doing a bowling league together.
Well, you're in a bowling league together, right? You're not organizing the whole league.
Not organizing. Yeah, we joined one that starts tonight.
Well, that's fun. Are we sponsoring it? Are you like have an elephant on your shirt or something?
I haven't thought about that.
Little elephant holding a bowling ball in his trunk. Come on, John. Marketing, baby.
Sounds like we have our theme for the next tech.
Elephants and big balls.
Yeah. I'll say that getting back to, work after a few days off. Oh, jury duty Tuesday morning, doing my civic duty, and I didn't get selected. So I was like, whew, that kind of, I don't know how that works. So they said when I got there that there was a trial that was expected to last 3 weeks. And if you couldn't make it, fill out the form. That's what I did the last time I was called in. I filled out the form and they just postponed it until this week. So I wasn't part of a potential 7-week trial at that point. I can't take 7 weeks off running a business, right? So they did the same thing this time. And I went into jury services and said, I'm self-employed. I can't afford to pay myself and my employees if I take 3 weeks off. They're like, can you do 3 days or do you need to be excused? And I didn't think at the time. I was like, yeah, I could do 3 days. I'll make that work. But what I should have asked was, do you mean excuse for another year or excuse like postpone it for another 2 months? Right.
Yeah.
So by saying yes to the 3 days and then not being selected, I'm guaranteed at least a year before it happens.
Yeah, I got a jury summons after I moved out of the area of where the jury summons was for. And I meant to call them and say, hey, I don't live there anymore. And I forgot. So there might be a warrant out for my arrest. I can't be certain.
I've talked to other people and, I'm not saying do this, but they just don't show up. And their theory is it's not certified mail, which I've always thought was weird. It's not certified. They can't know that you got the letter.
Gotcha.
And so they just don't show up. And
I'm with you.
I feel like I should participate in the process.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a civil. You don't get to do this in every country. First off, and it's not like they're asking a lot. Yeah, it's a pain. It's an inconvenience, and if it really is a burden, there are options you have to get out of it. But if you can do it, you should do it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. So I showed up and got out of it.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. What is happening here? Are we done? I feel like we're done. I think we can wrap this up early. What do you think? I feel good about this.
Yep.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Well, we talked. I'm excited about tech. We're deep in planning, talking about themes. If you have any theme ideas that you'd like to see at PHP Tech, put them in Discord. Maybe we'll
because all of ours suck right now. So seriously,
we got one I like. I'm liking that one, but we'll see.
Which one? What am I missing?
The one we talked about yesterday.
Oh, has that grown on you?
I liked it when you said it yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was all right. Like yeah, we'll talk about it if we move in that direction. But I was kind of on the fence. I just wanted, like I said, I thought it'd be funny if we leaned into it heavy.
Yeah.
And but then you said, like, yeah, it's been done. It's like, well, damn.
Yeah, it has, but like
you
said, it was a long time ago.
May 20th through the 22nd. You should mark it on your calendars. Start talking to your bosses now, because listen to me. This is something people don't understand. Like, companies plan budgets like quarters in advance. So this is like months and months in advance. So talking to your boss today about making sure you have a budget for PHP Tech in May of next year is not crazy. I promise you. you want to do that. You at least, very least want to get the bug in their ear. It's continual education. It's a fantastic time. You really
will
do learn a lot.
You will learn something to bring back to make the business stronger. You'll make
100
yourself better. You'll make your company better.
I feel like I could almost guarantee that. Like I can't see a scenario where if you actually go to the talks, you don't find something where you're like, hey, that's great. We need to take that back to the office. Bring your boss. Let them see what's going on.
Exactly. The next PHP Roundtable, Eric, when is the next roundtable?
Next PHP Roundtable will be next Friday at 3. Oh, that's a lie. 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, because Jess is in Australia. I think Joey's here in the U.S. I'm pretty sure he sounded like, he spoke normal English, not that funny English that Michael speaks. And so, anyways, we're dealing with time zones again, which is always fun on podcasts. So yeah, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time next Friday, and talking TUIs and command line and all things terminal.
And do the time zone math, because I hate time zone math.
I have a great application. I'll talk about TJ. Oh, let me throw this in. I'm going to throw this in the show notes. This time zone math is the site I've been looking for all my life. It makes life so easy. Time.fyi, and you can actually configure it. Here, I'll share mine so you can actually see what mine looks like. Let me go back down to browsers here. No, that's not browser. That's the wrong thing. So, that's an eyesore there. Where is that? Over here. Let me do this. So I have my TJ who's in Detroit. I track the Chicago time, which is highlighted here. There might be a reason for that. Got my family in Oklahoma, New York, got Michael, got Kaylin, got Sydney, Australia. I mean, just so many things. But the cool thing about this, so here's the thing. So this is keeping real time, but you can sit here and you can adjust it manually and say, oh, hey, what time, 12 o'clock here in Oklahoma, what time is that in the Philippines, right? And then when you want real time again, you just hit this, boop, real time again. This tab, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but this tab is pinned now. Like, this tab is always open. That's why I had it available to me. It's always open and it's pinned, because I'm constantly going back and looking at times of people I'm talking to around the world.
That's cool. What I dislike is going to an application that doesn't specify the time zone and then trying to guess. I think the log service that I'm using currently does that, where I think it's in my local time zone, but I'm not sure. And then I know that some of the logs write in Central Time, just because that's where the servers have been for 2 decades and nobody wants to change it because they're afraid things will break, which I completely understand. So you start looking at the times within the message and it's off by a couple hours because of this. And then,
yeah.
And then when you start talking with the client's customers that are having the issues, they tell you a time and it's like, oh, I got to figure out what time zone they're in it's such a mess.
It doesn't have the thing that always throws me off. I'm sure it happens in other places in the world, but like here in the US, there are certain areas that they don't change times. Like they don't adjust their clock, which they keep saying we're all going to do that eventually. We're all going to be on one time and not adjust our clocks anymore. But I can never remember if Oklahoma's one of those. I know Arizona was, and I can never remember like what states don't adjust their clock. So I always think, oh yeah, they're 2 hours ahead of me right now, and then I come to find out they're not.
Yeah, and it's not states; it's cities within states.
This is true. Yeah. So I hope we all just land on one time and not have to do this craziness anymore.
You're talking about just every 6 months, forward, hour back, right? We're not all going to be on the same time. We'll still have the time zones.
Well, we're all on the same time, John. It's called UTC. Time is a social construct, my friend. Yeah, it's not real. We're just all moving through this ether of internet. Wow, I gotta end the show.
Ether of Ethernet.
All right. I think that's going to wrap it up for today. This has been it for episode 396. Make sure you join us next week. We're here every week, and PHP Roundtable next week as well. I'm Eric.
And I'm John. Keep it ugly.
1, 2, 1, 2. Coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric.
Oh, there it is.
Yo, he's never on some average shit. You know, Eric, he stays loud and passionate. I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. Yo, shout the host named Thomas, cause he's never wrong. Yo, shout to John. You know that he's smart and quiet, unlike my freestyles, which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this, cause the people love me. Shouts out to PHP, the ugly. It's called ugly cause it's not professional, but I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting, I perfume the room. Yo, the segment of the show is called Doom and Gloom. That came from Thomas. Yeah, can nobody go beyond this? I get the mic and then I'm about to keep it like a promise. Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications. Okay, I can dig it, my words spray tight. They getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it, you know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly, we ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's go. Hey, shout out to y'all. Peace to the whole squad, man. Hope your channel is doing real well on YouTube. Hope you guys are having fun. And it was an honor and blessing to do this little custom freestyle for y'all. Hope you enjoy. Stay up. Yeah. Come on.
All right. Have I gotten you on the Raycast bandwagon yet, John?
I've installed it. I still don't use it as my primary.
I love it. A Woods in Discord pointed out that you can have Raycast tell you, but here's the problem, A Woods. I do use that. And it doesn't only convert time, it converts currency, measurements, everything. It's so freaking powerful. It only works if you know the time zone. And I didn't know, and I like talking to you right now, don't know the time zones in Australia. So I couldn't do it. And it was frustrating me. And TJ's like, I got you, brother. I got you. Go to this website. So yeah, Raycast. If you're not aware of Raycast, you need to get on that bandwagon. I got scripts in my Raycast. When I download my magazine from PHP Architect, I run a little script that moves it into the folder where I keep all my magazines. It has snippets. Man, I love Raycast. It's so awesome. If you don't have time zone. If you don't have time, this is true, Sarah. All right, you got to bail or what?
I mean, not right away. Soon.
Yeah, I was kind of planning on coming down today and grabbing the hats. I still might. I hate driving on Fridays now. Fridays traffic is so horrible, and I could use some pho. Do you know I still go to Escondido to get my pho? Because it's the best pho. Yeah.
Never had it. Never ever had it.
Okay, let's move things around here a little bit. All right, I have got to grab this debugger like immediately. Buggerator. Let's install. It's a Docker install? What? Oh, wait, what happened here? Make sure you have the Docker. Oh, this is the server you were talking about. So it runs a server. And then...
I should put up our little message. Hey, if you're listening, the show's over. We're just hanging out, yapping, talking. That was kind of fun. Like, people asking questions and giving our input like on the ORM talk, even though it probably made absolutely no sense.
I'm very confused by this app, John. Trap a lightweight version of bug in the designed to be installed directly. So I don't need both of these things. Have you used this yet?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
I literally saw him use it yesterday and then brought it up, put it on the show notes to talk about.
Oh, I might need to reach out to him because I'm confused what I have to do here. Like, there's nothing to download. Oh,
watch his stream from yesterday.
Yeah, I might have to. Are you saying when I launch that? Oh, I bet you when I launch that Docker, it opens up like a browser GUI, maybe. I'm not saying I'm launching it right now, John, but I might be launching it right now.
It's all good.
No. I assume this is an updated version of what time is it? What is this? Oh. This from 5 years ago. Dutch PHP. We have got to get to conferences in other countries. All right. What time is it? So the game was good?
Yeah, it was fun. We could not have gotten any higher in our seats, but it was awesome. Like,
what do you mean any higher?
Like we were smoking. No, just kidding. Like literally, I was in 318, row 27. So at the very top of
the stadium.
The stadium, but it was open up there, so we had this amazing breeze coming through.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It was really nice.
There's not a bad seat in that stadium, I'm telling
you. Gallagher Square is no good anymore. I used to like it when my kids were small, but now they
okay. Yeah, but that's not like, yeah, you're talking about the grassy knoll there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm but like seats, right? I mean, like,
yeah,
paid seats or
yeah.
All right, what's happening? Is this thing installed? It's running Roadrunner.
I loved when he was talking yesterday when TJ Miller was doing his live stream. He's like, he's using Sparkle to build Sparkle.
Well, I love that.
He's got enough of it working where he can. For those that don't know, Sparkle is an AI client, so he's able to ask it questions and get responses to stuff he's trying to do in Sparkle to build more.
I told TJ after yesterday's stream, I'm like, dude, I need your NeoVim configs. Like, that was hands down the smoothest PHP implementation of NeoVim I've ever seen, and I want his configs. It's been a while since I've jacked mine up, so I'm due. I'm due to jack mine up.
Oh, here it is. Here's where he was using it. It's like 23 minutes in.
Oh, I just turned it off. Okay, let me go grab
Yep.
That's from yesterday.
Yeah, if you go back to like 22 minutes, start there, and he's talking about it. Maybe a little bit sooner than that. Start at 20.
20. Oh, yeah. All right. I'll have to go take a look at that.
Yeah, there's like a web interface. So like anything you dump is in the web interface. I don't think it's, again, I haven't looked at it. I don't know if it's step debugging or if it's just collecting information for you. I mean, I still like Xdebug as far as that piece, connecting right into my IDE, being able to step through, make changes as I'm going.
Hmm. This is pretty slick. I'm still it has Sentry here as well. I'm still firing up the Docker container. Maybe the Docker container is running. It just doesn't do anything. It just kind of hangs there. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I got to look at the documents, figure out how to use this thing. Yeah, I don't know, John. If you have somewhere to put the hats out, put them out. And if I get down there, I get down there. Otherwise, I'm not sure the kid's going to make it. They mentioned coming by at that time on Saturday, but I talked to the wife, and the wife said that they're going to come up here directly from work. And I'm like, well, they've already passed John's then. They're not going to go back down to John's.
Grab them on the way to work. It's not. I mean, I can put them out. It's my neighborhood's safe. I'm not worried about anybody taking them. The Spiral Framework, a high-performance PHP framework born out of real-world software development projects. Spiral Framework is a modern PHP framework designed to power faster, cleaner, superior software development.
I totally meant to look that up during the stream in real time.
I mean, how long's it been around, for crying out loud? Open in GitHub.
Yeah, exactly. Go to GitHub. How old is it? The framework here. 2 years ago is the oldest commit I see. 5 years ago.
I'm looking at the framework.
Yeah, I was looking at the commits in the framework.
Yeah. Still changes being made as of like yesterday. There were tests pushed.
3 hours ago, there was changes to the source code.
6,000 commits.
39 contributors. Not bad. Not bad.
That's one thing GitHub doesn't make it easy to do, is like the paging is all based on commit hash. So you can't say, go to page 100 to figure out how old the project is. I want to go back to the first commit.
Bunch of Docker, yeah, looks good. Looking at the composer JSON file. Ramsey's UUID package is in it. So, I mean, that's one mark against it. Ramsey collection is in there as well. Oh, wait. Bug-Gregator is in the composer JSON for Spiral Framework under required dev. Yeah. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I just saw this somewhere. Huh. I'm always surprised to come across big projects like this that I didn't know exist.
Kevin, I evolved beyond var dump. I use print_rdd. Sometimes xdebug. Should almost always it should be xdebug. I will still do a DD or a version of that print_r. But that's on the rare occasion. I use print_r a lot when I'm writing tests not in a TDD format. If I've already got the code working, it's like print_r what I got back, because I know that's what I was expecting, and then make my test assert what I got back. Hopefully you don't waste a lot of time using xdebug trying to navigate. That's the whole point. You set your breakpoints in the right spot. I can waste time like learning how something works as I'm stepping through.
That's me. I start stepping through stuff. It's like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. All right.
Yeah. There will be times where I have to go through lots of times. I use my keyboard shortcuts so quickly to step over or step into. And it drives me crazy when I step over something I meant to step into. It's like, now I got to go back. Sarah. Looking at the RAM. Figuring out the state of it. All right, I'm gonna go get my stuff ready for tonight.
All right, man. Well, I'm excited for you. I hope you have a don't hurt your coding finger, and have a great time.
Will do. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us and watching. Appreciate you.
Yeah.